Videogamedunkey is one of my favorite YouTubers, not just because he makes high quality and funny videos, but because he's someone who gave me motivation to make videos of my own. And his indie publishing company just released Animal Well, a game made by Billy Basso. This is a game that Dunkey has been hyping up for quite some time now, but to be quite honest, I wasn't actually too interested in playing it based on what I saw beforehand. But after the game did come out, I saw a ton of people praising it, and one of the outlets praising it was even IGN, which is a company that Dunkey has made fun of on countless occasions, which I just find hilarious. However, Big Mode, Dunkey, Billy Basso, like Dunkey once said,
"Yeah, you got some 10th from a bunch of ass sellout reviewers nobody gives a fuck about, but now it's time for a real guy to play the game. You know, somebody that was strategically selected to not receive the game early because I actually criticize games from time to time. Of course, these guys are small potatoes. Now me, I'm the dude off of Ratatouille.
Well, I'm the guy from... Where's Gordon Ramsay from again? I'm the guy from British.
I'm not fucking, look at me eyes! Not as fit as I am! You fucking are! Donkey!
So what do I think about the game after giving it a chance? Well, in the first 10 minutes of the game, I immediately said yes, because this game is genuinely fantastic. But again, I quickly do want to give the most amount of credit to Billy Basso, because while I probably would have never heard of this game if it wasn't for Dunkey's support of the project, I wouldn't have enjoyed the game as much as I did if it wasn't for Billy creating such a great experience. However, Dunkey has described this game as the first well-type game, but I'd have to disagree, because in Hollow Knight, you actually start by jumping into a well. This isn't even the first animal-type game. This is blatant plagiarism and false marketing. I'm very disappointed in you, Dunkey. I also heard the main character you play as was supposed to be 2 balls instead of 1, but it looks like they have censored the amount of balls that you play as in this game. So I think we're gonna have to boycott this game, fellas. I'm sorry. On a serious note, let's get into this review. When you start this game, it doesn't really tell you much of anything, and it's up to you to use that noggin of yours to understand the mechanics that you're playing with, and this kind of game design can be like kind of a double-edged sword, because on one hand, this kind of game design is extremely satisfying to figure out, but on the other hand, you have games like Nier Automata, which I recently completed for the first time, where that game doesn't really teach you how to properly use the mechanics in the game, and that can cause a lot of people, including myself for like the first 4 hours I played of it, to not experience a little bit more depth in the combat that the game has. And on another hand, you have games like Elden Ring, which I'm sure is a great game, but when I played Elden Ring for the first time, I was genuinely overwhelmed with how big the world was, and them not really telling you anything and just kind of throwing you out into a world and being like, yeah, now figure it out, you jackass. This kind of thing demotivated me from playing Elden Ring for more than 5 to 6 hours. Hollow Knight as well is one of my favorite games, and I started off that game the first time I played it being demotivated for the same reason the first time I played it. But the point of me saying all that was because that despite this game having that same kind of design, I never really felt like I was missing out on anything or demotivated because of feeling lost. Because while playing Animal Well, you very quickly start to get introduced to really well-made and engaging platforming sections. So even though I was kind of sitting there just going through the motions, trying to figure out what exactly my goal was, what are all these mechanics, how do they work, I was still enthralled by the gameplay. The platforming sections in this game are so good, and they only get better the more you play. Granted, there are a few sections where you'll be like, no, that's just some fucking bullshit, like, what? And things throughout the game that will probably raise your blood pressure. You hold this for me? Look at your little dumb ass down there. What the fuck? What the hell is that? Hold on. What the fuck? No. Oh, I can't get it. Are you, okay, I think I'm safe. No. Alright, he can't. Oh my god. Let me out, please. Oh, no. A dish? What the fuck is that? No, run! What the fuck? He can go through walls, no! Turn the crank. Okay, no. Oh my god, I can't win. I can't, okay, no. This is bullshit. No, this is just explicit bullshit. I can't, okay. Turn the crank. No. I fucked up. No. Go up the ladder. Okay, this is fucking, no. Leave me alone. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, no. Bro, Yeah, thank you, dog. Thank you. I'm having such a fun time. Up the ladder, please. Okay, turn that. Okay, this is what you gotta understand. I'm not locked in here with you. That's a match. Okay. You locked in here with me. Fucking, let me out, please. Let me out. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm just gonna accept it at this point. I don't even want to play no more. I don't want to play anymore. No, just kill me, please. What? Okay, I just committed suicide. No, it's okay. You got it, bro. Take your disc. Take your disc back. I don't want it. But if a game like this doesn't make you mad in at least a few moments throughout your playtime, then you either have the anger management of Bruce Banner, or the game just isn't very good. And this game isn't just about platforming, it's also about puzzles. A lot of puzzles. And just like the platforming sections, they continue to get better the more you play. And for a good amount of the platforming sections, you will have puzzles mixed within them, or the platforming sections can just feel like puzzles within themselves. And the reason these gameplay elements continue to get better and better is because the more you explore, the more you find new mechanics, like the yo-yo, the bubble wand, a slinky, firecrackers, a flute, which you can do this with. How can you not love this game? And then finally, a frisbee mechanic. Now, the reason I mentioned this last was because, holy shit, getting this frisbee while being harassed by this stupid fucking cat was genuinely one of the most frustrating experiences I've had in a video game all year. This thing made me want to get off the game and choke out all 5 of my cats. No, I'm kidding, I would never do that, but I thought about it. Jokes aside, I do want to preface, I'm not criticizing the game right here, because when you finally figure out a good path and like way to beat this thing, I'm not going to be showing y'all because, you know, that would just kind of spoil it, but when I finally beat this thing, it was genuinely one of the most rewarding feelings that I had in a game all year, and I say one of only because it's second in place from this boss in Stellar Blade.
I can't fucking compete! I just can't fucking compete! Can you get the fuck out of my face?
Oh my god, finally!
There's a hacking code on Iberis's memory stick.
So you just now figured that out, you stupid fucking child! But yeah, between the gameplay elements and the mechanics and the level design and the figure it out jackass game design, as I like to call it, exploration as a whole in this game felt so good and so rewarding constantly. And another thing to mention about exploring that I love about the game is the atmosphere, the OST, the sound and visual design, the fact that you can't really fight enemies and feel powerless compared to them at points. This also makes the game just that much more enjoyable. But to quickly go back to the feeling of powerlessness, the boss fights in this game aren't your typical boss fights. They aren't fight X enemy with X combat system, and I thought this was really refreshing because I haven't played a game with bosses that are designed like this in a while. I think the last time I genuinely played something like this was like Mario Galaxy. I could be misremembering, but it doesn't really matter. But like, for example, the final boss in this game is this like creature crackhead homeless thing, and while it's chasing you, you have to solve a puzzle and do platforming sections within that. And then for another example, you have this emu, and you go into these holes as it like pokes its stupid fucking head at you and tries to eat you. And you also have this dog that does this similar thing. What the fuck? No, this is some bullshit, bro. What the how am I even supposed to win? Okay, wait. Okay, no, yeah, fuck you, game. Fuck you! But every time interactions like this happened, whether it was the emu, the homeless crackhead creature, the demon cat, the wiener dog that can do that thing, I don't even know how to describe that. All of these interactions were really good and really funny, even though I would get frustrated at points. The game has so much charm that it's just impossible not to love it. However, what's a game without its flaws? Everything has them, but I only have a couple slight issues with this game. Number one, and this is, I think, my biggest issue with the game, the backtracking can be pretty tedious, especially because there's like no fast travel in the game. Now, there is like a main hub area that brings you to the area of places that you want to go quicker, but I would have much rather preferred the option to just quickly travel from one telephone to another. This is a problem I have with a very similar game design, being Hollow Knight. I'm just not a fan of this tedious form of backtracking. Granted, it's not the biggest issue in the world in this game, but it's something I find very annoying at points. The second issue I have is the way the map works in the game. It makes you physically ping things that you find. So for example, if you find like a chest that you can't access at one point, or have like a tunnel point that brings you across the map, you have to mark that on your map, like manually. Now, do I think this is an objective flaw with the game? No. It's just something I personally don't like because I kind of forget to do this at points. ADHD brain. But that now means that if I do want to go back and 100% this game, which I still haven't done, I'm pretty sure I've done like 80% of it though. I did all the main quest stuff, but like I still have some side stuff left to do. But if I want to do that, I'm gonna have to search the whole damn map again, looking through areas that I've already been, which is gonna make finding these egg things even harder. Tears of the Kingdom does the same thing, and I just really don't like this. And then finally, number 3, my only other issue with the game. There were a couple points where I ended up in an area and I couldn't get out of that area, so I had to restart. This happened to me twice, and I lost around 20 minutes of progress both times, so that was really annoying. And there was another instance at the end of the game where you had like this platforming / puzzle section, and basically if you messed up, you went all the way back to the beginning, which isn't inherently an issue. However, when you go back to the beginning, you have to literally go back to the save point to reset the area, because there's now a wall blocking you from retrying the section. I just thought that was really stupid. And then for the last part of this section, one thing I will also say is that I wish the game was longer. I think this game could have definitely soared to even higher heights, and while I think the game is fantastic, and that's like the best kind of wish that you can put onto a game, I think if the game was longer, I probably would have absolutely raised my score for this. But with all that said, again, this game is fantastic on pretty much every level. I of course do have the issues that I laid out, but outside of the backtracking issue, the other two issues are very small, especially in comparison to everything this game does right. And while this may not be the first well-type game or even the first animal-type game, I give this game a solid 9 out of 10. And honestly, if a sequel to the game is ever made, maybe has a bigger budget, maybe has some more people working on it, I can very easily see that game getting into my like top 10 games of all time. This was the best Metroidvania I've played since Hollow Knight. It's one of my favorite games I've played this year. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown was another Metroidvania that came out this year, which I think would be of similar quality bar of the like 10 hours that I played of that game. I still haven't finished it, so maybe I would think it would be better than this game after I finish it, but it doesn't detract from the fact that this is easily one of the best games this year. It is an incredible experience that if you haven't, you should really try out. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and yeah.